I saw all the NPC pics.
How's my volume, by the way?
You sound great.
Good on our
Yeah, you
end.
sound good.
So, no complaints over here. Alright, we have reached that time where there is only one of you left. So there's no need to roll, unless Flamel, you want to roll just to roll.
Ooh. Roll.
To make it official.
I
Cool. Hey,
win!
Flamel, you want to go first? You want to?
Absolutely. I win.
You've won.
It's tough competition, but I managed it. Hang on, I'm scrolling down to my notes to see if I... Oh yeah, I remember how much I wrote the word panic in my notes last time. Yes. So, Arvad and I were having, Arvad and Slunda and I were having a discussion, and I was wondering if I might have to, like, arm wrestle Arvad for custody of Asher or something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. But we didn't have time to figure it out, because some very scary things started attacking us, and we were trying to get away, and very scary things got onto the ship with us, and then the Empire military showed up, which was also very bad, and then we appeared in the Glassway. It feels like there should be more to say, but it was just a lot of stress and a lot of panic. That's all that happened.
Beautiful!
I'm out.
Beautiful. Peace. So that was good little music for the introduction. Cool. Now let's just switch back over to regular music. Do-do-do-do-do. There we go. Do-do-do-do-do. So, as you guys have now entered into the Glassway, Ewan, you have avoided being hit by the stagecoach once again. Congratulations.
Woo!
You all start making your way to our house.
Why
Now,
did it take so long
there had
for
been word that you guys wish to
you
do
to
this
get
a
here?
little sneakily,
Please forgive
under the
us,
radar, as there were those
Itsunade,
of you
Naruto was
that were
eating
concerned
lunch
with
for
the fact
breakfast.
that
Now,
you didn't leave on the
Tsunade.
best circumstances last time. So if you guys would like to roll a stealth check for me,
Pervy Sage,
go ahead and
you're
roll
back
those.
in town
If not,
again?
we'll just proceed
It's
as
been a
normal.
while, Naruto, hasn't it?
It sure
Sneaky.
has. Why didn't you tell me that
If
you were
I'm
coming
told
back
that
here?
we should
to
be-
I have
if I'm
so
reminded,
much to tell you.
I don't think that Slinda's got it on the top of her head that we should be sneaky, but if she sees someone being sneaky, then she'll follow.
Ewan will mention it specifically.
Alright. Then yes, I will attempt
I would
to
agree. Yeah, we should probably be under the radar on this one. I gotta go find my stealth modifier. Hang on.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Dell.
Oh, right. It's 0.
I am slightly sneakier than a robot.
Oh no! I put on a fake mustache.
Actually,
It's like no one will recognize me.
well, quite frankly, I would almost think, who would notice?
Here's my biggest regret since
The-
painting our
the-
radiators.
the
As
Glassway
we're
is
approaching
pretty-
winter and our
I
second
wanna
year
say
using the radiators
cosmopolitan, right?
since we sprayed them.
There's like lots of people and lots of weird people here.
In this section, it isn't a ton of people. This is, this more medieval fantasy. The streets
Okay.
seem to be a little more barren. There are
All
people that are setting up shops.
I was just thinking about how if you're in New York, like New York City, you could probably get away much easier with wearing something goofy in public without really causing much comment
Right, that's fair.
than, say,
That's fair.
downtown Salt Lake.
That's fair. All right. Bloop and Arvad, Dresus, you guys trying to go stealthily, or?
Oh, when was that?
I cast no spells.
I
Oh
believe
boy, we
in
have 2 floors.
science.
Do you want my other fake mustache, Blue?
Luke is testing out a new form of locomotion. He's testing out like moving along like tank tracks.
Oh,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Semantics-wise. Since the last time I've been here, I gained a blessing. Does this count as a new planet to me, technically?
no.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep, great question. Yeah, this isn't new since you've been here before. But all right. Moving in between, the crowd would be a loose term for the amount of people that are going up and on the street. Everyone here, like you remember last, is dressed in those Renaissance fair-esque clothes. Passing by that, the crossroads, you see that one dwarven male setting up his shop again. Kind of looks a little frustrated. Skidmaster is continuing to ride down the cobblestone street ahead of you. Still turned around, cussing you guys out for standing in the middle of the road.
We have
I
since
moved
moved
out
to
of-
the sidewalk, of course.
Yeah.
We're no longer in the room.
Oh, I know. I was just letting you know. He's still actively cussing you guys out for what you've done.
Mel briefly considers flipping him off, but decides against it.
What language is he cussing us off in? Common?
Yes, just common.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm
And
unoriginal.
Dwarf is swearing at us in common.
No, this
Oh,
is the
Skittermander.
Skittermander. The little Lilo and Stitch. The pink Lilo and Stitch looking guy. No one seems to be taking much notice to you guys as of right now. Moving in between various groups of people, making your way up to our house. As you're within about, you can see our house, or at least you can see the greenhouse at the back of it. Everything looks in contact. Nothing looks destroyed or ruined. Several large cracks in the cobblestone street leading up to it. Footprints from the war machine, the war dog,
Right.
that was there
Okay.
earlier.
Can we tell, like, any idea of how long, like, with the, what is it? I don't know. Oh, it's like survival or whatever. Just figure out how long it's been since those tracks were made. Like,
Oh, you
obviously,
can roll-
time isn't exactly, but
Right. You roll a perception check for me.
Oh
that's
boy.
a 30-20.
Nice. You can tell that they weren't recent by any means. But at the same time, you have no idea. In a place that no time exists, it's really
Right.
hard to determine how long ago something happened. As you're about two blocks away, you start to hear the sound of almost sounds like a dog barking. Crowds of people are parting out of the way. Kind kind of blowing a little bit of your cover as you see Sloop running down as fast as he can as he plows into you, Bloop, almost being absorbed into you.
Can you absorb him?
Brew.
and whatnot, but also he's
Technically, all Flamel said was that you were twins.
well, I think it's more than twins.
Flamel knows that, but she didn't say that to you. She only said that you guys were twins.
I mean, if you inside and decide that that means more, then obviously, I think we're just clarifying that
It's fair.
the difference between player.
It's fair.
Or intelligence. Maybe ask the DM what you should roll.
Just made stuff up.
What are you trying to ascertain?
Lamel earlier said that Sleep and I were kind of like twins, but she didn't give
Mm-hmm.
But so the insight perceived as to what the connection really is.
Okay. Yeah. You can roll a general intelligence check.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Yep, probably a twin. As that's what it was said. Okay. As Sloop is very energetic and trying to get your attention and play with you, realizing that that's not being reciprocated, you hear Sloop just get really sad and back away. Sit down. The two little eye stalks just pop up and blink at you, looking at you very wide. Tail is just wagging back and forth.
Do you have
Yeah,
actual
Sloop has-
eyes?
Sloop has eye stalks. Oh,
Oh no, eye stalks.
Ice dog. I want a pet Sloop.
It's all good.
That would
As
be
you go
very
over-
confusing.
You go over and pet Sloop. His tail starts wagging faster. Looks up when he gives you a big lick across the face. Just
My
slime.
mustache.
Yeah, the mustache starts to slide off with all the slime.
What?
side note, we didn't ever tell Tristari about the Glassway situation, did we?
Nope, she's just been kind of walking around looking very confused. She looks wide-eyed. There's like that twinkle of amazement and wonder in her eyes as she's looking around.
Yes. Right.
Let's. I have so many
This-
things I need to. I have so many questions.
Just, despite the fact that she's looking, well, I mean, I don't know how well I can interpret, but I would just, like, lean over to Tristari and go, does any of this look familiar to you?
At first, it seems like she maybe was ignoring you or didn't hear you. But you just catch her looking up at the sky, at the buildings, the architecture. No, this is beautiful. Wow.
Gotta be careful about some people here, though.
You have to be
Can be
careful
quite
about people
dangerous, actually.
everywhere.
It's true.
Where are we going? You guys seem like you know
Our
where.
house. We have
Well,
a house
I-
here.
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't build it. We came here, and then our other selves had been here before, and apparently
Like an alternate
had the bad.
timeline.
Yeah, there's
Ask them if they know Tristari.
yes, and maybe
That's a
they
good
won't
point.
keep forgetting our names, forgetting our faces this time.
That only depends on Mr.
That's
Big.
true.
He.
Well, we did give Chronic. Yeah, hopefully he still has his brain.
Mm,
That's a good point. Hopefully he's chilled out.
I don't know.
Yes, the
Let's just go
tracks
find out
don't
if
look as
Chronicler still has
recent.
his brain.
Also, if I
Yes.
see Glumbo, or whatever the hell his name is, I'm gonna shoot him.
Umpo?
Umpo. No, that's fair. I definitely don't trust him. Yeah, let's go to the house and take stock.
Take stock. I don't know.
Look or see what's.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. I wasn't sure what stock was, but cool.
The turn of phrase. Yeah, it's more like inventory.
My brain feels fuzzy right now. Let's go to the house.
Okay.
Don't drink any of the alcohol. The chicken man ruined it.
That is true. There's a.
Okay.
It's complicated.
I don't.
That is sounding more and more crazy, I guess.
But he's not. He's right. He sounds
Okay.
crazy, except that we're all nodding along, like, "Yep, exactly."
Slinda's like. I thought chickens looked different, but
He's more of a crow,
yes.
but you know, chicken's kind of an umbrella term.
It works in two ways, because chicken is also a euphemism for a coward, which he is. But he is avian, so you know, it does. I need to drink. You think there's such a thing as mushroom wine?
Maybe.
Well, if it is, they probably they would be the best place. Didn't they only have like the mushroom tea and roses?
Mushroom wine is a real thing, guys. Out of game, I just looked it up.
Nice.
Yep. To the
Go
house.
to the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making it to the house. There's a section of this house now, where most of it had been normal, almost wooden siding. There's now this section, loose circle, semi-loose circle that is a very different color from everything else. It's this darker wooden color. Looks like it's made with old wood. It's kind of rotting, but it's been used to fill in what gaps are created from a hole here. Looking at the door, you see there are many more extra security measures now. Seems to be about 5 forms of biometrics. See, there's a lock, key, there's a padlock. There's a padlock on the padlock, which requires biometrics. And there's still that same little storm drain funnel. Huh?
I do the eyeball thing.
Okay. As you step up, even before you're about to do the eyeball thing, you just find yourself, you guys watch as Drusus is no longer there. And Drusus, you find yourself inside.
Honey, I'm home.
I do it too. I want to go inside.
Okay. One by one, each of you enter back inside.
Ewan will stay to observe if Tristari can get in.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide because player me is like, yeah, don't leave Tristari behind, but it's Slinda caught up in the moment. So it's like, hey, cool, look, and then goes through.
This is how the door works.
So all of you make it in. Bloop goes up through the funnel. He gets sucked in and spit out. Same with Sloop. You're just staying out there with Tristari. Tristari's looking at you, confused. Is this normal?
For here, yes.
Okay.
This realm seems to operate from different rules and physics than the normal realm, which sets it apart. I don't fully understand it. Flamel has more answers than I do, and I'm not sure if I fully understand any of those answers that she gives either. But yes, this is normal for here.
Interesting. So I just walk up to the door as she's hesitantly walking up. Soon as you're checking the other side of the door, as you go to see if you can open it up, you shot back outside. Almost running into sorry. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
I was. It just sends you right through if you try to look at it. Is it
Okay.
working for you? It worked for us, but I don't know if you were.
I was gonna try. I'll try.
Gives
Pushes
four
you aside
thumbs
a
up.
little bit.
Yeah, steps out of the way and gives 4 thumbs up.
Walks up to it. Puts her right up next to the biometric scanner. Above the door, you can also see there seems to be these 3 small lights that are off. As she scans, you hear this loud buzzing sound, and one of them fills in red. She jumps.
I will
Interesting.
try holding her hand and looking looking through and see if I pull her through or if it just sends me through.
You as your other hand, you get back in. Just sorry, isn't there?
Okay.
Is there like
Let's
a
go.
control panel inside to try and give her access?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Our first puzzle: opening the door.
I have a blood sample if I need to.
But it's for wine.
You
Say
what?
that again.
Irvin?
Roll a perception check, but it be for mushroom wine.
Yes, you can.
18.
Alright, 18.
I do have a sample of her blood with me.
17.
If I need to add
Oh,
her
nice.
to biometrics.
Although, given what her blood is, would that let in everything else? Not that that's a
I don't
concern.
know.
Very fair. Linda also
Not the
doesn't know.
same as the other
No.
corrupted blood that I got here, so I know it's at least not like Umpo's blood. It's different.
Yes.
As there seems to be the small scanner that you're able to put in a sample of the blood. As you do so, Trisari's turning around to you, Yuan. I don't know if I can get... And then as she doesn't finish her sentence, and she's teleported into our house.
Access granted.
She lands... She's on her feet, and you can tell immediately she looks very sick. And she was not expecting that. You're starting to get a little green in the face.
Oops.
Drusus. You start looking around the house. Nothing has really changed here. If anything, it looks dustier. It looks dirtier. Mushrooms are much more abundant in growth. Everything... There's a very strong, musty smell mixed with the smell of mushrooms. Exiting the main foyer area, heading into where you guys have previously rested next to the fire. There's no fire going, with no kettle. you can hear the sound of that track that Chronicler used to move. It is starting to turn, and it sounds like there's some noises going on upstairs. But you're not finding any wine downstairs.
Once we've got everyone inside, then Celinda will go look for the people who live here.
Okay.
Like, she doesn't want to shock people, so she's not gonna charge up the stairs,
Sounds good.
but she's gonna...
Ewan, I'm assuming you're just following in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on seeing Tristari looking sick, he'll escort her to a chair and
Okay.
sit her down.
Sounds good. So,
Celinda's starts stepping up the stairs but trying to make just the right amount of noise. And just goes,
Hello.
hello? Yes, exactly, just, hello? We're back?
you hear, it sounds like the sound of metal pans or pots or something drop. Oh. And then you hear that rail that Chronicler uses in the ground, the gears shifting. As from one of the, you're stepping up and make it up into the hallway. From Flamel's room, he emerges. He has this almost like French-made apron on. His hands have the sterile gloves, or like the yellow cleaning gloves. Large goggles. In one hand, looks like some type of cleaning chemical, and the other one a rag. Oh my! Oh! Hello, Sunda. It is a pleasure to have you back.
Hello. You
Hello.
remember... Well... You're not forgetting anymore.
Lowers his head and points to the back of his head. Nope. Everything's back to normal.
Good. And Rosie?
Oh, she's out and about, I would think.
Will she remember now too, or is she... we kept...
I don't know. I have not heard.
Right. Well, we are back,
All of you.
the new us, not the old us, and also Tristari. Our friend Tristari. We brought a friend.
Oh, a friend. I was not expecting guests.
We
Well-
weren't expecting to be here, so...
We changed. Oh boy, where? He turns around. Look, you can hear him panicked, counting the doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if we have any guest bedrooms. This presents a problem.
We can split a room.
I mean, I guess you could sleep on the ship. There's beds on the ship, right? Yes. And he turns around and starts going down the stairs.
The
Like,
ship?
DM, did I hear the word ship?
You're kind of real preoccupied moving books around, spores just shooting up in your face.
No.
That ship, did you say?
Yes, I assume there's. Well, you guys hadn't stopped by, but I'm assuming your ship is here. We had to do a little
No,
renovating
there
out in
was-
the greenhouse, but it's okay.
there was a... We were on a ship. It wasn't... Well, we kind of got a ship from people who wanted to take Tristari, but we got this other thing instead. The Empire was going to come after us, but they gave us a ship, I guess. But it wasn't Arvad's ship. And then there was like a big rift. And then a bunch of other ships that were trying to attack us. And then there was a bright light, and then we were here. So
That sounds all very complicated.
yes, I don't really understand it, but we are here. And
You're like heading down the stairs now, as
I'm following.
he's just moving very slowly.
Like, on purpose, or just like his movement doesn't go very fast?
His moving just doesn't go very fast.
Gotcha.
He's confined to this track that he's on.
Yes.
I guess I will have to prepare the bedroom. As he gets downstairs. Oh, Master Ewan! It's a pleasure to see you here.
Greetings.
Hello there.
Hello there.
And this, I do not recognize this. Trisari's probably has like a bucket in her lap now, she's killed over. Not in the process of expelling the contents of her stomach, but still just does not feel good.
Ah. This is Tristari. Tristari, chronicler.
Hello, madam. As he's setting his cleaning things off to the side, and removing the cleaning apron. See him patting himself off. She looks up for a second. You can see her get really dizzy, and then gets pretty sick to her stomach. Oh my. This is. Oh, I'm not very good with the cleaning. Rosie usually does this. Flicks over to you, Slunda, picks up the rag and the cleaning supplies. Here you go. I will go make sure. Tristari's room is prepared as he starts moving away.
He just handed me
Where
the
is
cleaning
Rosie?
stuff and said he's going up.
Yes.
He's like, I'm gonna go clean, but here, take the cleaning supplies. I'm not gonna predict
To clean up the mess that Tristari has just.
Oh, she just made a mess.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I missed that. I thought
Oh, sorry.
the chronicler was just like, I'm gonna go clean without the cleaning supplies. Yeah, sure.
Chronicler, where is Rosie?
She's probably out and about somewhere. Yes, I'm sure she will be back shortly. As the door to the greenhouse opens up, what you guys looking in, you can see the what used to be all this beautiful flora and fauna. There is now completely stripped clean, and it just seems to be the hangar. And the ship that you guys are in is barely fitting inside of it.
Wait,
Our ship is here?
Yeah, your ship is here.
Whoa! What
The
Our
Imperial
ship?
ship.
The Barodorella.
The Barodorella.
Oh, my possessions! I'm so happy. Oh. That is a relief.
I feel a little bad about all the plants that had been in there that are now.
That is a little sad, but I thought I lost all of my keepsakes from my entire life. So plants can be regrown.
Yes.
I really need a permanent place to keep my stuff in.
Yes.
Getting kicked out of my house was not great. Whew.
Slunda's cleaned up and everything, so.
So, what would you guys like to do? Chronicler, you see him moving up into the ship.
Well, when Tristari feels at least somewhat better, I can give her a more comprehensive lowdown of where we are and a little bit about the rules of this place.
Okay.
Including whatever. Did I write them down? Hang on. Including.
Like the rules?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just.
I got some.
No killing unless it's sanctioned, or he will get you. Getting in is easy. Getting out, you need a boon from a member of the Glassway, or you could leave without that, but you get shunted anywhere and anywhen. 3, no stealing. You can buy your trade, etc., etc. 4, if we don't come back, they'll die. Apparently.
It's so random.
Uh, I was
Now
reading from my own
these-
notes. I didn't notice that you posted that. But yes.
I'm gonna tell her now. These, like any other rules, I don't know. They're enforced, but I don't know how exactly they're enforced. Some of them are at least attempted to be enforced by the entity known as Mr. Big, who
He's
apparently
like a giant bird.
He's
the
the
chicken
chicken
man.
man. Oh, okay.
He is the chicken
Yeah.
man, but don't call him that. Don't. We shouldn't say that to anyone who might be on his side, because I think he would probably want to kill us for that.
And who's on his side?
I think he's like the government.
So basically, we shouldn't say it to anybody outside of this house to be safe.
Okay.
Also, he has one of Nicholas's old robots, who is missing an eye. Oh no,
Wait.
the eye is here. I'm gonna go onto the ship and try to put that eye in isolation to contain it, to keep it
Sounds
from
good.
contacting.
Oh yeah, this was to the ship.
It's in the greenhouse.
Yeah, it's in the greenhouses.
So you
Bottom
have
floor.
to leave
Yeah.
leave the
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do whatever this is, and I'm just gonna kind of kick the door out. There's no why. That's my ship.
The ship is here. No.
No?
We're just really lucky, I guess. Anyway, I gotta go put an eye in containment. I run onto the ship.
It's the robot eye from when we were here before. It's blueprint. Can you really be missing something that you never had? Okay, after that.
Okay. Back into there. Those of you that are going onto the ship, you see that Chronicler's now kind of in this robotic wheelchair that he's just plugged himself into. You still see there's the little pole that goes into his torso, but he's removed the one at the base of the ship and just moved himself into this, and he's now going almost like Professor Xavier style through the ship towards some of the rooms to clean. He just seems to be mumbling to himself as you guys enter in.
Nice. Also on Ewan's note, that he posted in there, I feel like Ewan probably starts explaining the previous Nados in the... It probably goes like someone starts saying, yeah, us before, and Ewan's like, not us.
Yep.
Us, not us.
They were like us, but they were not us. Same diff. Not to Ewan. In the ship. It's been about 2 months since we were here before. For the first time.
It has been. Inside the ship, everything looks exactly the same as you guys had left it. Slightly cleaner, beds are all made.
Aw.
Everything has been organized according to person and set under the corresponding bunk that you had been sleeping in. Chronicler's currently in the room with that you and Slunda and Tristari would have been in, dusting it off, making sure that everything is nice and neat as you enter in, Lamel.
Hello, Chronicler. How has this ship
jumps.
been here a while?
That is hard to say.
That's fair.
Yes and no. I had
Did
time
you
to.
clean it all?
Yes, I thought that you guys were going to be here sooner than you were, so I had cleaned it for all of you.
Fascinating.
Yes,
Well, thank you.
you're welcome.
Go to find the eye so that I can put it in some kind of
Okay,
security
start
case or
pulling out
whatever to
your
keep it from contacting things.
your cases. Everything is right where you kept it.
Aw, yay!
Are you guys going to be staying here for long this time?
I don't know. There might be some things we need to do while we're here. But we'll see. It depends a little bit, I think, on how welcome or unwelcome we are in general.
Well, you're always welcome here.
Oh, in the house, yes, but in general, might be a different story.
That is fair. Oh, before I forget, as he goes out of the room, as you're finishing pulling out the eye and putting everything away, Chronicler comes back a moment later. He has this large brown sack, and you can see things are just kind of rustling inside. This was on the front doorstep.
What is it?
It was, I don't know, it had T-Bone to Bloop written on it. You start to hear the sounds of cats purring and meowing.
Ah. Yes.
It's supposed to
you
keep them
should
alive.
probably- Yes. Yeah. You should probably give those to Bloop. Not me.
I was just informing you that I had them. As was typical of the use before you, but
Oh.
yes.
Well, duly noted then.
Is there anything I can assist you with? Before I go and turn these beasts over to him?
I don't think so.
Okay. Very well. He just gives you a
Well-
nod. Begins leaving.
Yeah, we can talk later. Question about how I'm going to put this eye in containment. Would there be anything I would have that'd be small enough to still keep on my person and have it like blocked off from communicating with things, or would I have to put it somewhere in the ship?
I mean, you have your own like chest compartment.
Would that, to the best of my knowledge, keep it from be able to block signals?
Pretty well, yeah, I'd say.
All right, I'll go ahead and put it there. I'm just gonna hide it in my personal lab secure box.
Okay. Chronicler, Arvad, I'm assuming, or Jesus, sorry. I assume you're just outside with your ship?
Yes.
Cool. See as Chronicler exits the ship. Ah, Master Jesus. Pleasure to see you again. There is? Yes. Yes. Some things are just better not asked, Master Jesus. My apologies. Would you prefer me to still call you by Master Arvad? That was a habit. I'm sorry. Okay, whatever you want.
I like it. Keep that. I say as I walk
Master,
past.
whatever you want.
No. Just whatever. Just call him whatever. For short.
I've made sure the ship has been taken care of. Everything is clean. All systems are running functionally. I'm afraid that the production of tea and wine has come to a little bit of a halt. But when Rosie returns, I'm sure that can start back up again. That is a great question. Time doesn't exist here. Master, whatever you want. What did you say? Oh. All right. Anything you're looking for in particular? Gotcha.
Red is like, how drunk was I? Am I still drunk?
No, Drusus has been sober for weeks.
Like, this is bad for me.
A shame. Every time he has a chance,
That's funny.
it's dashed. Because he knows if he goes into the finds alcohol, can't trust it because the chicken man.
Well, we have the ship, so Flamel can still make you alcohol. Rude. Fine.
But not your work.
That's been your work. Takes work. Flamel'll just be like, fine. Dumps it all out.
Send Bloop over to go absorb it all.
The door opens back up inside. Justari and Iwan are there. Bloop, what have you been doing during this time?
You said
The ship is here.
and we're able to go in it.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine the engines and whatnot are mostly off.
What would you mean by off?
Like, there's no, I imagine there's like some electrical power to the ship, like lights and stuff, right?
Correct.
For all
But it's not running. The engine.
Oh, it's not running. Okay, correct. Yeah, it's not on.
It's not
Correct.
about to break through the.
Yes,
He's
I
not
understand.
filling the greenhouse with deadly fumes and heat.
Okay,
I love it.
very good. Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Love it. Roll. Are you trained in engineering? Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Roll an intelligence check for me.
He is self-taught.
Okay. It does take you a while. Partway through that, you do hear, Master Bloop, I... down here. Hello. I have something. Well, I don't have it for you, but I'm supposed to deliver this to you. Let's see. Yes, it's the chronicler.
This is the god of the universe. Zach,
Rose up in our greenhouse.
Yep. This is chronicler. I'm not quite sure, but it will not stop moving and purring and meowing. I was told not to open it, and it is for you only.
I reach out a pseudopod and kind of like lom around whatever it is he's offering to pick it up.
It is a sack. It's a sack full of kittens.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
are they still kittens? Or
Yes, there's
Have-
the
Or
kittens.
the cat. You're a kitten.
that does give us a time frame then. Or, well, I guess they don't.
That's true. We do know people grow here, at least. We don't know how fast, but they do grow. Mr. Big was once a child, so.
12.
I think while Luke is doing this, he'll like be popping them in him like. but then when he gets to the 12th one, he looks at it and is like, oh, maybe you want.
You're just holding it by the scruff on its.
Could bite my conscience later,
Meow. It
I've
starts.
eaten all your siblings, but I will keep you.
It starts just rubbing itself back and forth along you, purring the entire time.
Luke becomes a vegetarian.
Sounds good. Sounds good. You're slowly working away, learning about it. It's very slow, but it's happening.
Now he got told who the kittens were from, right?
On the bag, there's a little tag that says from T-Bone, but Bloop can't read. So,
Did Chronicler not tell him?
he didn't say who they were from, they just said, I have to deliver this to you.
Didn't he literally tell?
He told me.
Yeah, but
he told
didn't tell-
Flamel
From
it's a
T-Bone.
bag of cats from T-Bone.
T-Bone.
And then he goes to Bloop and says,
I have to
I don't
deliver
know
this
what
to
it
you.
This is for
is.
you.
I don't know what it is. Like, oh, what?
Yep.
Apparently, the old us had some kind of protocol in place where he reported everything to me, even your guys' mail, before giving it to you. Which I have questions about the alternate me who apparently went through all your mail and also imprisoned a bear god.
I figured that you were just the one there when he remembered. You know, maybe.
Maybe. It seemed weirdly specific. You're right, though. Maybe he was just telling whoever was closest. It's way weirder if he was reporting everything to Flamel, because it's like, what was going on?
Is there anything any of you guys would like to do? You guys kind of just have some chill downtime,
I
looking
think
over the ship.
once people are done doing individual things, I think as a group it'd be good to have a conversation about some of the stuff that we were wondering about last time we were here.
Okay.
See what answers Chronicler can provide.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Also, I'll be gathering people's backup copies of my brain so that I can update them.
Gotcha.
I'll be talking to Slunda and Arvad because, we're no longer on a ship. We're also no longer under Empire jurisdiction / in immediate danger of being hunted down, as far as I can tell. Things seem to have chilled out here. This seems like a pretty good opportunity to try again.
Oh.
You know?
Yes, let's maybe tomorrow. Well, I guess time doesn't really work here. Maybe we take a day. Again, that's time reference. But
Right. We could. I mean, I'm gonna update the backups.
mhm.
We could rest if we need to before. It doesn't matter to me too much. I will inevitably be factory reset, and you'll have to restore my memories. But
Right.
I do think this is a good place to try it out. Especially there is the other female robot here somewhere that I would like to reach out to, but I would rather solve this problem before reaching out to them.
We should make sure that we aren't gonna get things sent after us again.
I can
one of the
I can
reasons I
ask
have knowledge
Chronicler
cycle.
about the political scenery at the
Are
moment.
we still Mr. Big's most wanted?
Yeah.
Yes, I will ask Chronicler because that is very formative information to the rest of our
Yeah.
plans here.
As a side note, on an individual level, I'd be interested in looking at the rooms and seeing, because last time we were here, everything was like totally broken. Is everything still
Yeah.
totally broken, or has it been like repaired in some ways?
As you only have access to your room,
Yeah.
it is tip-top pristine condition. Not a speck of dust or dirt in the room. There's a nice little folded up towel swan with some chocolates laid out for you two on the bed. It's an actual bed.
An actual bed and not just broken.
Mm-hmm.
Anything of interest in the room, or just of the basics?
Just the basics. Basic toiletries and everything you may need. Closet full of new clothes. Several pairs of overalls
Yes.
that look brand new. No old clothes that you'd seen there previously. Everything's brand new. But the room kind of looks pretty blank, pretty empty, waiting for you to customize and do with it as you will. And that goes for all of you. Everything is a fresh start.
It's empty?
They're like you have your bed, you have tables,
Is
bookshelves.
all the lab equipment gone?
You have brand new lab equipment. Is there?
Okay,
but-
well that's good at least. Man, I have to get new lab equipment. Alright, that's nice.
Nope. Exactly the same, except everything's been tidied up and is clean.
These other rooms are the rooms in the house that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like Slunda will have to like ask and make sure, like, be on the same page of like, yeah, so we're not the other us, but like we can do this before she like starts doing stuff.
Yeah, I mean the other us died, so
Yeah.
pretty sure ownership just transferred on over.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm trying to
Can
trying to
you
think if
communicate with Sloop telepathically?
That's right, we were in the middle of that whole thing. I mean, I can try, and I will just like. Well, I mean, like I
Just
can.
wondering if he's
Yeah, I'll do my spell, my cantrip spell, of telepathic message, and just send a message to Sloop and be like, "Hello, Sloop."
wondering if he's always been like this, or if maybe at one time he was more like Bloop and something happened to him, you know?
Sloop just
Don't
is
know.
looking.
If you'll be able to figure that out, but yeah.
Sloop is just looking at you, wagging his tail. He has that, bedpan for his shell, and just looking up at you. You don't really hear anything.
Cool. And this was with telepathic message, to be clear. Which,
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't just me opening up. This is.
Oh, I know.
could
I
also.
know.
Yeah, I'm just being clear. Yep. No, he hasn't said it. Wait, I try again. I go, hi, Sloop. You can respond. Can you respond? like I am?
Please respond.
Still looking at you.
You can
No change of expression. Just looking up you, very happy.
Sloop, blink once if you hear this.
The eyes are still just looking at you.
Just as a note, in case he speaks Selamid, I also now speak Selamid. Just in case.
I don't, though.
But I'm here, so if he says something in Selamid out loud, I would presumably hear it.
Alright. Yeah, I'll just turn back to Flamel. No response. He's just a happy guy.
It's worth a try.
And I just like pat
That's
him
good.
with two of my hands on the same side.
Mm.
Rub.
He watches like his body, little tiny pieces of the slime move up to almost be like hairs, and they just wiggle in happiness.
Beautiful. Linda also just just looks at the bedpan and just internally starts brainstorming cool designs. Not doing anything, but just in the back of her head, she's starting to come up with ideas of what would look cool on Sloop if he had something. I don't know.
Sounds good. So, we'll say that some time has passed. You guys have done what you wanted to do. Ewan, did you want to speak with Chronicler by yourself, or ask him that in the group session?
That would be in the group session.
Okay.
For now, Ewan is just going to, he's gonna have a sit and have a good look at the nothing box for a little bit.
Okay.
I think we're all just curious about when Rosie will come back. Well, some of us. I don't know.
We might have to go find her. I am definitely concerned. I do feel like we're gonna have to go find out what's going on with her at some point.
Watch. We'll find her at Santa's.
They're just
You
hanging
guys
out, getting high.
Starting to feel a little hungry. Chronicler, there's a table that he pulls out and gets you all the seats. It's like a charcuterie board of just mushrooms for each of you to eat. That's the only thing here.
Mushroom.
You guys will notice that Tristari is having her ups and downs with being sick.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you guys have all she's been doing okay, laying down and resting, and now that everybody's gathered together, as Chronicler is sending out the mushrooms, you can physically see that she is getting sick again.
Oh, is it? Do you have a problem with mushrooms?
I don't think so.
DM,
Yeah.
I would like to take a good look at Tristari and use my meager void creature research, if possible, to see if it's something about being here.
Okay.
How straight intelligence
Yeah,
or
roll intelligence.
It seemed maybe connected to Chronicler.
all right. Roll 1d20 plus 0 plus 1.
You definitely remember that, you were told the first time here, creatures of the void and those of the material plane live, like, co-inhabit this area, so it wouldn't necessarily be
Okay.
the area wouldn't cause any side effects like that, like you've seen Umpo and
Oh, that is correct.
yeah.
Umpo's definitely something voidish.
hmm
But you said we notice it, like, she seems to get worse when Chronicler comes back.
It does appear to
Like,
be
it
that way.
seems at least connected to that, whether there's something else.
Mhm.
Trying to figure out if there's some sort of medicine check we could do to try and figure out whether it's a like a physical thing or like a mental psychological thing, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, good one, medicine check to try to figure that out.
Cool. That's a nat 20 for a 24.
Very nice. Without like doing a full-on exam on her, it's a little difficult to tell. Could be a physical reaction to the mushrooms that are here, to, just being in this new space. Her physiology is a little different than your guys's, so she's also been through a lot, so that could also be it.
Cool.
Seems like it's probably your best guess is without doing like a full-on exam, it's probably a mixture of both, but
Gotcha. So with my nat 20, it's a maybe. Cool.
yeah.
Is Tristari, as far as I know, I'm trying to remember, does she have, independently of Slunda, like her own telepathic abilities that I'm aware of?
I mean, I did say that, like, she called out to me, like, that I heard
That's
her the first
true.
time. But you also might be suspicious that I can just listen to people, so who knows?
That is true, but I also know things about what's in Chronicler's brain that can be really distressing.
Yeah.
So, if I notice that it gets worse when Chronicler's around, I might get a little suspicious. Just, Story, are you able to, like
in
think
character.
You...
I mean,
Yeah, I'm in character asking her that.
Oh, sorry, no, I was interrupting. Sorry. Just I was saying, out of character, we know that she's spoken to, like, Bloop.
Oh, okay. She has.
So, but
right.
I don't remember
I
if
do.
Bloop shared that. So,
Oh.
what I'm saying is,
Okay, then I'll still ask her,
Character.
because I don't know for sure if Flamel knows that.
yes.
So, do you have your own telepathic abilities?
Yep. I think so. As she replies to you in your head.
Great. You seem more unwell when Chronicler is near, and I get the feeling that might be related because when I contacted his brain directly, I had an emergency shutdown initiated because of how overwhelmingly horrible it was.
We're saying this while Chronicler has stepped away for a second.
Oh, that sounds good. He's
That's
going to
fair.
the oven to get some other
Spinach
mushrooms.
puffs! No, mushroom puffs.
I'm not saying he was horrible.
Yeah, you guys are all eating together.
We're all together when this is happening.
Yes.
Arvad just gonna lean in. I just don't like mushrooms.
Do you?
Everyone loves mushrooms.
Bloop says while not eating his dinner, the cats.
Is there a way to muffle your telepathic abilities or to specifically avoid interacting with his mind? It might help.
I'll try that. Thank you for the idea.
Okay.
Arved's just gonna lean into Tristari and he's just gonna go, are you also always listening to my brain?
Both of her eyes are closed, as you can tell she's just trying to ground herself from being dizzy and nauseous. One eye opens up and just shifts over to you.
Arved is just seeing lime in the coconut in his head.
Did you guys know that Arvad wears, and she's saying this out loud, wears women's underwear?
Yeah, I knew that. I can see it.
Ha! But I
With like, I can literally see it. No.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Raw, too. It's
I try not to enter into your guys' thoughts without permission.
but you can.
I could, but that would be rude.
See, Slender, that would be rude.
Don't listen to your thoughts.
Then why are you always hearing them?
I don't always hear them. I've only heard
Maybe
them like that
you're
time
just
you were
really-
screaming, asking if I could hear you, and I could when you were asking me. I normally don't hear your thoughts.
Unconvinced.
Sluna just like throws her arms up, like all four of them, just like whatever. If you don't believe me, there's nothing I can do.
Arved is picking fights with all the members one by one. First Flamel, now Slunda. Who's next? Probably the booger.
Chronicler walks back in with a tray of steaming hot mushrooms. Oh, this is the
So-
last of it.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Chronicler.
They are burnt. Straight up. To a
Oh,
crisp.
I'll eat them.
It
I'll
is
take them for the team.
lovely to have all of you back.
Yes, we quite frankly were not expecting such a sudden return. Do you know if it's always
Oh.
sudden for the people who do traverse into and out of the Glassway? Do you know if it's always sudden?
It is not always sudden. It does require practice coming in and out and traversing. So
Also,
skill
do you-
is required to do that, but
Yeah. We are
remember-
decidedly unpracticed with it, and it
Yes.
caught us quite by surprise.
only your second time here. Usually moments of high stress can cause that.
Do you remember much from when we were here before, or was it? Well, for like the us, not the other us.
Yes. Quite a interesting first meeting, I would say. Thank you for assisting me where I cannot help myself.
Yes, we were, still are, I would say, somewhat lost with this place and how it works, and it does make some amount of sense. Is there is there still trouble about for us with? I know that we left in very tense situation.
That you did? That you did? There's always, as long as Mr. Big is over here, it's always going to be trouble, unfortunately, I do believe.
Uh,
Although he does have many a thing to attend to, so I wouldn't say it's you have to stay in the house for the entirety, but it
so
is-
not house arrest, but don't make too much noise.
that would be a good way of putting it. Yes. Just don't be stupid.
I would say that sounds manageable, but track record is spotty.
I've thought a lot of things were manageable. But there's always one person that decides when necromancy is illegal to wear a cloak full of human faces, and
Excuse
oh
me.
boy,
I'm sorry, what?
No,
that is
I misheard
What?
that. What?
a story for a different day.
You said
But it's just
you said of human faces. What?
Mhm.
What?
Correct.
I'm a
Yeah.
human.
You are? This was a long time
I'm
ago.
the only human. What do you mean human faces? Do I need to be careful?
I'm human.
This was a long time ago in an area far, far away. Nothing to worry about here.
Well,
Beautiful.
actually, another thing that we could probably work on. I know that Common is full of phrases that refer to time and passage of time. And
That there are.
do you have alternate phrases that we could try to habitually use while we are here to avoid confusing people?
Confusion is part of the living condition.
Hmm.
To those who know, they know, and those who don't will always remain confused.
Confused about what?
Yes,
The way time doesn't exist here.
correct.
Yet we still experience something like time.
Correct.
Things
Just
still
isn't
happen in an
time.
order.
Things still happen in
Correct.
order. Sometimes not how we perceive it, but they do happen in an order, in a chronology of sorts. When or where it happens can be on a different part of the flowchart at different parts, but it still does happen. And it continues moving forward. But there's no time. Think of the
Well,
Glassway as a source of paradox,
It's different.
where things that should live together don't, and things that shouldn't be together live together peacefully here. Still trying to wrap my circuits around all of it, but fortunately it has not fully worked itself out yet.
I'm sure that there are definite intellectual types who would love and probably do love studying this phenomena, but I am not one of them.
It's okay. We all have our skills, our uses.
Hmm. Well, we are here now. Everyone, and this includes you, Tristari, even though it is your first time here. What do we have that we want to do while we are here? I know that we can't exactly plan on what targeted time that we get back, but it appears that we do have a bit of a respite.
I roughly remember the rules that, like, if we help someone and thus get out, then we leave the moment that we left, just maybe not in the place that we left. But if we don't, then we could go anywhere and any when. Is there a way to, like, come out at a different time that isn't just any time?
If you become skilled enough, he's specifically looking towards Arvad right now.
Slunda
Um,
turns and stares at Arvad.
There are ways of doing that, but I'm thinking you're not quite there yet. No offense.
Interesting. Arvad, have you not been studying?
Studying what?
I-
With a mouthful of burnt mushrooms.
Literally anything.
I do believe, from what he has told me, that he dropped out of university to get married.
What?
Yeah, you like never went to school, right?
No, I graduated. What do you mean? What do we studied? What? I'm an engineer. I've got a
No, the other
I've
stuff
got a
you do.
degree in engineering and a degree in computers.
You're educated?
Yeah.
Not those. We're talking about
He's a rich kid, remember?
It's true. He's a trust fund baby.
Trust fund babies go to school. We have to go to school.
That's true.
That way we can flaunt our wealth over people who couldn't afford to go to school. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's true.
While it is a corrupt and broken
But no.
system, I am in fact educated, but was not listening to a word you were saying because all I could hear was the mushrooms crunching.
Mushrooms aren't supposed to crunch.
They're better this way.
They're supposed to dissolve lightly within your body.
I don't think we have the same.
You don't have teeth. You can't crunch anything.
You don't even have.
Conversely, he can crunch something if he were to hold, say, some sort of stones inside of himself and manipulate them against each other.
Wait, why are we saying I'm uneducated? What's going on here?
I also lost the train of thought.
Yes, Chronicler
You should apparently.
was insinuating that should you become more proficient with your abilities, that we would be able to control when we land outside of the Glassway.
Well, seeing as my abilities are time related, that makes perfect sense.
That's the school you dropped out of, though, right? Or like ran away from?
No, that's a school that no one wants to get into because then you become a radicalized weapon of the mad god Emperor Prometheus.
And so you ran away from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my whole family was murdered. And the love of my life might have been a spy or something to trick me into doing it, but also actually fell in love with me. And, I showed you guys all the things.
Yes, and we were lightly teasing you for it.
I don't like mushrooms, and I am on edge.
You were just saying how they should be crunchy.
You don't-
Wonderful umami flavor to everything they're in.
You eat cats. I don't take your opinion seriously.
Have you tried
You're a booger.
I believe I have, actually.
No, I've never eaten a cat.
I hold up the last cat to him.
I thought you were adopting that one.
I am. Well, I don't know.
What?
You can't let people eat your children.
It definitely,
No.
Thing goes.
as Bloop is holding it by the scruff on its neck, it definitely has like those big Puss in Boots, huge eyes that are just looking very innocently at each of you.
I go, fine. And I take the cat by the scruff and I go, I'm gonna go study since I'm so uneducated.
I take it back.
And I'm just like, leave my snack alone.
I'm already like
And
bombing on you, wrapping around you. Not that one. Not that one. A different one.
I drop it into your slime.
It just lands on top.
I don't like this.
And then he like gets off.
I'm gonna go study my thing. Wait a second. DM, do I remember how I got this thing? I remember that part, right?
What thing?
The time compass.
Yeah, you remember how you got that?
But no one else does.
Can you
Correct.
even practice in a place with no time?
That's what I was
Uh,
about to cast.
I actually think that it might be one of the best places to practice because it's more of a blank canvas than struggling against the
I
current.
get that. If you can do it, then it's a great place to practice. But I'm just curious about whether that fact prevents you from using it in the first place.
I won't know until I try.
Also, Arpad's just trying to keep us distracted from the fact that he promised to go see Thunder if we came here.
That's a good one. I was going to say, he does have an appointment with his therapist.
I don't know what you're talking about, but in the meantime,
Yes, you do.
I need to figure out what I'm gonna season that cat with. I know there's nothing in that kitchen but mushrooms. This is a horrible distraction.
If I may be pedantic, there is breathable atmosphere in that kitchen.
I mean, yes.
Thus, it is not nothing. I did ask.
He's above Umpos.
No,
Unless
that
he's
wasn't
changed.
Umpos.
He was above Umpos.
Yeah,
We were-
Yeah,
he-
he's
yeah.
above him.
Yeah, Umpos' thing was he wanted us to go convince his upstairs neighbor
right,
to stop
okay.
stomping, and then he would give a blood sample to Flamel.
Mm-hmm.
Remember not to talk to Umpo while you're there.
I'm gonna make Thunder take off the slippers.
Good call. Good call.
Love it. All right, so just as you excuse yourself from the table, you watch as Chronicler. Pardon me, as he follows you out, politely opening it for you and allowing you to head out.
Before I like head out, when he opens it, I'm like, you don't have to do it, right?
I believe you were the one that had told me to do that previously, but okay, thank you, Master.
If we knock, you can politely open the door and welcome us in. But I want you to feel like you live here because you do live here more often than we do. I'm not gonna say you're a guest or we're a guest. How about you just think of us
I'm a caretaker, not a guest.
as your friends?
I'll have to think on that. I haven't had friends here for quite some time. Thank you, Master.
Here right now, and I think of you as a friend. So let's go. We have friend now. Anyways, you think on that. I will go pretend to be emotionally vulnerable with the stranger.
Good luck with that.
I will leave.
So you head out, start heading towards Thunders. Chronicler returns. Why are none of you touching the mushrooms?
Luna
I
is
am-
eating her mushrooms.
That was a joke. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, so
I
Luna
will-
just like looks down at her empty plate and goes, "Mm?"
I pick up the plate and I take a bite of the plate.
Okay.
Crunch, crunch.
Chronicler has flashbacks to eating bowls.
Yes, 100%.
I need to maintain my supply of glass.
Well, sorry I couldn't be more useful in explaining what this place is, but I still have much to learn.
It is a place that we can come to and feel at least relatively safe. Thank you.
That is a good way of putting it.
We do
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. I made sure of restoring all of your rooms, creating a fresh slate, as who lived there before is not you.
Yes.
Do with
thank
it as you will. Is there anything else that you require before you find some rest?
I'll look to Flamel and the others.
I wonder, Chronicler, is there a way? I would like to see some of your memories of interacting with the other us. Is there a way you think you can share those without including all the screaming?
Screaming. What's screaming?
Just eyebrow from Ewan.
You may be used to it to the point where you don't notice it. When I accessed your brain before we gave it back to you, I was trying to get some of our information.
Is that what the
There was a
constant
lot
itch?
of screaming.
Is that what the what was?
The constant itch inside of my head has been.
Okay.
Probably. Well, either way, do you think
I'm
you'd be
just-
able to share some of the memories of the other us with me?
Possibly. In attempt. I can just tell you about yourselves. if that works. I don't
Alright.
believe I am screaming.
How did other us and you meet?
Well, Rosie and I, we were out for a walk together. Something that we enjoyed doing. When he looks back towards where the doorway was, a pompous is too light of a word. Man ran into us, demanding for an apology, as he was clearly in the wrong, but didn't accept it.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure how. Rosie, I guess, has a soft spot for people, and well, eventually became friends. They needed a place to stay. We offered them here. Eventually,
This was
friendship.
your house?
It was. But also, your house. It was all of our house. Collectively. Tensions grew high with some of the other factions here within the Glassway. Through some unforeseen events. Eventually, it led to Rosie and I being put in quite the pickle. The other you, and you, and you, and you, and not you, as he looks towards Shistari, helped us get out of that. The only way that we could repay you guys for what you had done was I guess indentured servitude would be the best way, but it was okay because you had helped us.
Did the other
Oh,
us
boy.
want that, or did you offer that, or was that?
Whose idea was that?
It was voted upon as the best course of action
By
Ah.
who?
by all of you. Some of you didn't
Dude.
agree. Others
Did-
presented the idea. Others thought it was fine.
Did you get a say?
Of course not. This wasn't for me to decide. I was in
But it
debt
was your house.
to our house.
Interesting.
Do you have a
Interesting.
room here? Like you do, right?
Technically, yes.
That doesn't sound good. What do you mean, technically?
He begins moving on his track towards this little broom closet that opens up. It's just big enough to fit him in there, and there's a hole with the pull string.
Ewan will facepalm, and he has a lot of forehead to facepalm with.
This is the also besides upstairs in your guys' this is the only room downstairs that does not have mushrooms in it.
And
Rosie's
Rosie?
room?
Well,
Where does Rosie live?
with the arrival of the ship, we had to clear out her room. She had just a small
They
little
lived
nook.
in the greenhouse?
Yes. There's a bed. More of
so
a cot.
Well, this is unacceptable to
I don't like it.
this version of us, anyway. I find myself very disappointed in other us.
yes.
I do not. You did much for us. The fact that you let us even stay here was very
But
kind.
it was your house
Yeah.
that you
Yeah, it was your house
shared.
first.
It was your house first. Why? Where did your room used to be?
Upstairs.
Which room?
That doesn't matter which room.
It
We had
matters.
friends that lived here, and they went off and did their own things as we all collectively, but one by one, they left to do their own things and start up their own businesses here in the Glassway.
You should have a
Slowly
room.
but surely.
We should
Do you still
give
see
your
your
room back.
friends?
Some of us can share.
Yeah, we can.
We aren't really able to leave this house. You saw what Mr. Big tried doing. That would not be very good. If we left.
Like,
But Rosie is gone.
Yes. Yep. Rosie is gone. Hopefully she'll be back soon.
Okay.
so you say
We'll
not
have to
allowed,
look into that.
not allowed to leave the house, as in like not allowed to move out, or like if you're seen outside, something bad happens, or
He starts looking up around, checking almost to see if anybody's listening. It's whatever is ailing Rosie with her memory seems to be keeping us bound here.
Hmm.
Most people
Understood.
are bound to their own areas now. Mr. Big doesn't like travel in between parts of the
right.
Glassway.
I remember
Right.
something about this,
Right.
but at the
Oh.
very least, we should do something for you here.
I will look at Flamel and Slunda and say, I know you guys have some training in engineering. Would this extend to structural engineering?
I was just thinking the same thing.
What?
Well, out of character, I'm thinking a similar thing. Like, do I, like, at the very least, Slunda's like, can I do something to speed up this rail thing? But also, wait, hang on. He travels on a thing. Is he attached to the thing? Like, does it seem like he has the, like,
He's
chronicler?
missing,
Hmm?
like, his legs. This pole, this rod goes up into his torso, like from the waist down.
Oh,
it's
boy.
just this rod.
Chronicler, do you,
You want legs?
yeah, can you leave? Could you leave this house if you wanted to? I notice you're attached to, well, presumably. Wait, you went for a walk. Oh
Did you
wait,
used
but
to
you're
have
on a.
legs?
Yes, did you?
The loss of the legs was part of the predicament I got in when all of you assisted me. So
Can I ask what the predicament was? Like what
No.
sort of thing?
not at this time, but you can ask in a different time.
Interesting.
Do your legs still exist somewhere? Like, could we go find your legs?
Possibly.
Or do you know where?
I wouldn't have the slightest clue. I haven't been outside of here for a very long time.
Right.
We could
well-
build some new legs, maybe.
I do have. If the out of character, if the legs would take like the equivalent of less than 1,000 credits, I have 1,000 credits worth of UPVs. That we could do something with. And character though. They'll say, are you, be honest, content with your current transportation in the house? Or like, would you like to be able to go
I can get
faster or...
where I need to.
That sounds like you're just, putting your chin up. Pretend like that's how the phrase goes.
It does in Acatonian, that's for sure. It's up
That
to other
sounds like the
people
kind
who-
of answer I would have said about my home situation, which was a lie.
Like, we are not the other them, and the other them is dead. Or the other, we are not the other us, and the other us is dead. So, you do not have to worry about offending anybody. Because looking around. Pretty sure we all think the other us was, pretty terrible
I
based
believe
on what
they-
you're describing.
Oh no,
Like-
not
Yeah, I-
terrible. They had their
Well,
flaws, but we all have our
very
flaws. There's all those
flawed.
things.
They
true.
sound uncivilized.
How about this? Since we do not have something. In fact, you have helped us, and we have not done as much. Well, I mean, I guess we got you your brain back. Could I tinker
did
with
do
your
that.
rail, to help make it more smooth for you? If you have any suggestions, I'd love to get my have some more practice tinkering around. Let Slunda trying to slightly make it ease the offer by being like, oh, it would help me too, but really she's just trying to be gotta do something here.
You don't need to do anything for me. We owe you. We're grateful for what you've done for us.
You don't owe us. You owe dead people. And so you don't owe...
Not even.
Yeah.
Once
You
they're
don't know.
dead, you don't owe them anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to contemplate on that. I haven't thought of that before.
Out of
No.
character going oh yeah, this is the guy who's built out of a bunch of dead people.
Yep.
You don't owe dead people
They'll have to be your
anything.
friend.
So many dead.
You don't owe them anything. Not all the screaming
We're
voices
still happy to
here.
be your friends. Just
Yes.
different friends than your previous friends.
That is what Master Arvad was saying. I appreciate that.
Oh, good.
Well, Ewan will stand up. I'll leave you to ponder that. I have need of some rest, though. Thank you for the dinner. And, I would say good night. Sleep well, everyone.
I will say,
And-
it does seem a little weird for friends to call other friends master. Seems a little.
Yes.
As a parting
A
word,
little
Ewan's
odd.
just like, ew.
That's what I'm saying. Is maybe we all get on a first name basis.
Mm-hmm. I'll
I'm
turn
looking
to
at
Flamel.
Chronicler.
Flamel, your room has a bed in it, right? Or no?
It does. It does. Do you want to use the bed and Chronicler can use your room? Is that what we're saying?
Yes, something like that. While we still get things figured out.
Wait.
Although then after, the ship is still here as well.
That's
So
true.
I guess that's
That's
also an
true.
option.
Chronicler can have some. Chronicler, you can use my room, and I'll just stay on the ship.
No, join you on the
I
ship.
couldn't do that. That would be
Why not?
most inappropriate. Well, that is your room.
But I'm your friend, right?
Yes.
Well, I don't want my friends sleeping in a little closet.
And I don't want my friends sleeping out in a ship when they could sleep in their room.
Well, the ship has
Well,
a room
someone
that
will-
I've been sleeping
well-
in. It's perfectly fine.
Plus, someone needs. You said that we could bunk Tristari out in the ship, right? Someone will want to stay out
Yeah.
there with her, anyways. We would want to leave our friends.
This logic is sound.
I didn't even have a bed growing up, so.
Plus, when Rosie gets back, the ship has apparently taken her room, so
She'll need a room.
yeah, she'll need a room. So
The ship has
whether
perfectly
she
good rooms. It's just like a house. It just
Mhm.
flies.
so the quote unquote my room, and Flamel's. I think you can stay in either of those rooms. Rosie could stay in either of those rooms when she gets back,
Okay, very well.
and we will figure out something to alleviate the greenhouse situation. Figure out if there's a way to move the ship or something.
Do I believe that Chronicler's actually gonna use the room?
He seems like he's going to.
Yay! Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, do our Slunda takes out our communicators. Well, Slunda didn't have a communicator before, so I don't know how much she knows about this, about if it would even have a problem. But Slunda will try sending a text to the group text, and it's a bunch of emojis, but she's trying to say like, "Hey guys." She's trying to explain a complicated situation using emojis. Basically what we just got here, but saying to... I mean, would Bloop have been in that room, or would Bloop have gone elsewhere? Bloop.
I think Bloop is spending this entire time.
Gotcha, okay. So, Bloop and Arvad get messages. Bloop does have a communicator, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Bloop
just
can't
the
read
group
it,
text.
but Bloop can call.
No, we worked to set it to do Morse code.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I don't know
Okay.
if Morse code can handle full-out emojis. Maybe ASCII art, but
Slunda's just like trying to embody the message of like, hey, old us was kind of terrible. This was not our house originally, and we kind of stole it and engendered service or something. So some of us are gonna sleep out in the ship so that the people who actually own the house can sleep in it. But this is all said through emojis, so there might be some confusion in there.
Yeah, you'll be.
So he's on silent right now. Chatting off.
Meeting with the therapist.
Yes.
For sure.
Good call.
He's like, oh right, everything feels so much better. Checks his messages, sits right back down.
Slave ownership.
No, first he has to text the other group chat where he's like, hey, can anybody decipher what Slunda said?
I just texted what is this?
I after her emojis, I've sent a translation of it
Yeah.
in the group chat. Flanell sees that and is like, okay, well, I was just in the same conversation as Linda, so I'm pretty sure I know what she's trying to say.
okay. Emily, your job for the rest of the evening is translating this into emoji. Actually,
Make
rest
the
of the week.
emoji post.
You have
Yeah.
a week.
All right. Let's see how I can do. And I mean, I feel like I probably will have access to fewer emojis than Slunda does. I feel like
Actually-
Slunda would also do something like create her own emojis too sometimes.
Has
Although-
custom emojis to represent indentured servitude.
Well, let's see. There's probably bow or kneel. Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
Or worship. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could bow or worship a person in a top hat. Okay, no, this is Emily's job, not my job.
Yes.
Awesome. At some point while this is happening, as all of you are going out and about, going to your rooms, Bloop, you're still working on the engines, right? You do hear Chronicler's voice. Master Bloop, do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure. Blue
I'm sorry
scoops
to distract you.
a pipe that he's in.
Bloop.
My apologies to disrupt whatever you were working on.
Oh, you're good. It's fine.
I have just had a very interesting conversation with your compatriots. And I'm not.
What's that?
Bloop
A
has
different time.
received the all emoji message, but hasn't gotten the translation yet.
I'm still typing it.
The
Yes.
translation comes as slowly as Elon texts.
No, it does not because I'm the one texting it.
Didn't we establish that Ewan was the one who could figure out the emojis?
Yes.
So
That's
the
fair.
translation
I was
has to
just in
come
the
through
same
you.
room.
You're like, I think this is what it means.
I'm not actually translating it. I'm just saying what just happened. So it's not a
Flamel
translation.
is giving an
it's just
independent
the
summary.
update. Yeah.
Ewan's trying to send a translation. Is about halfway through.
Not even
Flamel gets out.
halfway.
Not even halfway before the actual translation comes out, or the independent summary.
Yeah. That's part of why Flamel gets it out so quickly, because she's like, maybe if I can get it out, then Ewan will stop.
One
with
will
this
stop.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I know most of your companions are retiring to bed. However, I just wish to come and thank you. You've always been one of the kinder ones.
No. I was a mad scientist, so that tracks.
Thank you.
So he's talking then about our other selves that were previously then?
Yes.
Okay.
You seem to also be one of the kinder ones in this group. Even though all of you are very kind indeed. But I can just tell.
Well, I appreciate it. I know what it's like to be unappreciated.
But he's also a pacifist, so.
Love it.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, you were there when I came up with it.
Oh man. I think Mark's cool.
Also, people that I kill with that character also don't think it's cool.
But that is all I wish to say.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, do you know how engines work?
He says from inside a pipe.
Huh?
He says still inside of a pipe.
Yeah, like halfway out.
It's just really. Do you know how an engine works?
Unfortunately not. I fall more to the engines of life. Decay and rebirth.
Hey, that's what I do too. My
Interesting.
specialty in, I guess, more or less, I guess decay, or I guess specifically entropy is my shtick.
I guess
Yeah,
my shtick is also entropy, but on more archaic version, one could say.
Right. I mean, it's all the same. You know, like the energetics of life and how that works.
Energy passes from one organism to the other as they feast upon its life force, decaying, giving life anew,
Yeah.
and that life taking further life. Chronicler's just going to spend the next however long you're willing to listen to him talking about this with you.
I go full like Socrates discussion with him or something.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right.
All we are is just
Stop it. No.
No.
No, specifically this moment from Billington. They literally take a handful of dust and they blow it, and Socrates flips his shit. He goes, "Huh, huh," like
I love that movie.
I have not seen this movie.
Neither of
We've
us.
gotta
It's
watch
so
it.
good.
Have you never seen
It's so good.
What happened? We need to remedy that, sir.
Yes, you do.
It is
All
widely
right.
recognized as one of the most consistent and well done uses of time travel in media.
Very true.
It is so solid.
Plus, Keanu Reeves.
Add that too. Young Keanu Reeves. Look at that hair.
It's so good.
Thought he wasn't going to be able to have an acting career.
Oh,
And while
The
Good
times
times.
have changed.
yes, they have. Anyway, we'll now cut over to Arvad. Arvad, as you are heading back, traversing the streets of the Glassway, is there anything that you would like to do? Booking it to Tunders.
I am wearing a towel over my face, kind of like a desert turban kind of thing.
Okay.
Like Thor in Ragnarok.
Yep.
Like this.
You get notified because of my face like this.
Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Well. Let me go back to my notes to make sure I get this stuff out. Wow, this is so far back. That's great. That's not where this is. Okay, there's that. There's that. Where are you, Christmas? Where'd it go?
Da-da-da-da.
Where did it go?
Where?
Yeah, there's that. Briggs. Nope, not that one. Is it the next one? Maybe?
I want to watch that movie again.
That's so good.
What movie?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Still
Uh,
haven't seen it.
Psh.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a group of friends who went to see it, and I couldn't make it, and I was very sad.
How
I
dare
want
they watch
it.
it without you?
Yeah, so they must be terrible friends.
Those heartless people.
Yes.
When I forgive them. No, I'm just kidding.
I see how it is.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I just closed that. Why did I just close out of that? Oh, it's fine. There we go.
I do hope at least that those friends are better than previous us.
Who knows?
Indentured servitude for
Okay. So, Arvad, is there anything? Yeah, I found it. Are you just heading straight there?
Yep.
Coolio. With your towel over your face, obscuring what you look like. You make it to the uh, to the kind of, that apartment complex, New York style, the brick building. The lowercase goes down to Umpo's bar. The upper side, you still have that creepy, like, bull skeleton with the two horns coming out of it, with the almost like inverted pentagram underneath, with big golden letters saying "open."
Cool. I go into Tundra's.
Okay. As the door opens, there's a bell that rings. It's not, you can tell it's a bell, but it's like that death whistle. Not death whistle. There we go. That just screeches out as the door opens and then closes. You hear
Hello.
a moment later, you can hear the sound of hooves hitting the floorboard. Welcome. Oh, looky there. Oh, that's a face I haven't seen in.
Heather.
How are you doing today, friend?
Oh, I'm just here to fulfill a promise to some people.
Oh,
So I can be going soon if that's what you need.
oh no, I'm just here to sell the goods for the big boss upstairs. You know, haven't had many customers as of late. Would you like to come and see what we have?
I mean, Yep. You want your card back?
My card? Oh, my card! No, you can keep on to the card. That's for you guys. In case you ever need it.
I mean, how? What do you mean need it? Does it do
Uh,
something? Will it summon?
No, that's a great question that I don't think I have the answer, pal. But it seemed like the right thing to give you at the time, so I gave it to you.
Well, I'm here because I promised someone that I would come talk to you.
You want to come talk to me? Oh, that just warms my heart, it does. Wow. Oh, let me not be a bad host. Please, come in, come in. As he steps to the side, you pass through those like dark beaded drapes that lead into the main part of the shop. Everything still looks the same. You have just this dark, eerie feeling in this room. Several weapons and armors lay behind sealed cases. Some items are out and about. Roll perception check for me.
I will do that after I pull up my character sheet. Why is it not? Oh, because I looked up the picture of the scar. Hold on. No, don't say it like that, Flamel, because then I'm gonna end up combat encounter or something. I don't want that. I'm gonna get drowned by previous, like, past Prometheus, and then be very confused. Drown in a seminar, I thought. I don't know what's going on. You said perception?
Mhm.
Okay. That's a
Hey,
20 plus 8.
Nice. You have a pretty good memory of what this place was set up like. Um, there are a few things that have been altered and changed. That one very old looking vase has been moved up towards the front. It's now on display So you're able to see it kind of in the center of the shop, this large, thick glass case. I mean, this thing is like 3.5 feet tall, and it's probably a foot and a half in diameter. Looks to be a very old vase, but it's almost looks like this is this dirtied gold underneath with these dark, almost maybe like dark clay or dark lettering that's been stuck onto the outside. The shine from the gold is no longer there, but you can tell it's gold. Just these strange, not really runic symbols, but they kind of flow in strange ways that you've never seen before. There's a big, large plaque that says, "For display only, do not sell, do not touch." No, I don't believe you guys did. You guys just kind of thought it was cool and creepy. You also see, there's one other thing you see, in a case that's set on like the main counter where you would, make your final purchase. In another glass case, you see this. Another similar, it kind of gives off like the same vibes of this vase, as it is this dirtied golden dagger. Has this, it has a sheath in it. On the
Oh
hilts,
gosh.
you see these like almost like sort of demonic heads.
Oh gosh.
And there's a big sign that says "sold" on it.
What?
Oh gosh.
Aw, that's a really cool looking knife, Thunder. Who bought it?
Oh, I don't know who has bought it yet. Says he'll come in and get it when he has a chance. But there was this little old lass that came in and wanted nothing to do with it. Said it was pretty scary. Owner of the shop said he would buy it, try and figure out what it was. Unable to do so, so said, "We'll just sell it." And that's where we are now.
So wait, it's for sale or it's already been sold?
Oh, it's already been sold. A couple people came in. I don't know how long ago. It feels like yesterday, but could have been a long time ago. Time's kind of funky here, in case you haven't wondered. But there's a couple pals, little pointy-eared figures. Those guys, the Melvs, came in and said that their boss wanted to purchase it, and the deal was struck up.
That's too bad. I really like knives. That would have been a fun one. Oh well, it means nothing to me.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. We got plenty of other stuff here.
Yeah, is there anything
No.
else that feels plot relevant or lore heavy?
Plot relevant or lore heavy.
What does that mean?
I don't know what those quite mean, to be honest, Mister. Oh, I'm terrible with names.
Me neither.
Well-
I can't figure out what I just said.
Oh, that's all right. I think you matched up as Mr. Arvad last time. I do believe correctly, but Mr. Arvad, yeah, oh boy, I sure do like to talk. It's one of my skills actually,
So wait, what's
talking with people. Well, you remember last time how I spoke with you and I said this is what I was here, I was drawn to this area, right? Somebody I need to help here, and I couldn't leave until I helped them out. Well, has something to do with this face, and I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but I'm sure with enough time, I'll figure it out.
So wait, no one's allowed to buy it or sell it, but you don't know what it does, but you're supposed to do something with it.
Probably. Maybe I'm supposed to give it to someone. Maybe I'm supposed to find a way of opening it. Maybe I'm supposed to contain some
Sealed case. It's not
great
empty.
evil within it. I don't know.
So it's not for sale, so you wouldn't just let me have it.
No, unfortunately not. But I felt like it gave off the creepy vibe, and the boss really liked that. So that's why it's here.
That's sad. I feel like it would look really good as like a ornament in like a foyer. And I got some friends, I guess, who I need to make some things up to, because why is this phone? Sorry, I just gotta make sure my sending stone is all silenced. Yeah, there's going off.
Sending stone.
Or I don't know. Making things up now. My thing that lets me
Communicator?
communication device keeps going off. It's crazy.
I'm in your head always. No.
Apparently, we're staying with some friends, or I guess some friends are staying with us. I don't really know what is going on, but it feels like we were ruder to them before we were us. I don't know. I'm not gonna explain it. That sounds weird. But maybe a nice vase would make up for it.
A nice cursed face.
Roll a diplomacy check for me.
What diplomacy? That's not my strong suit. Okay. Basic well.
Hmm.
So diplomatic.
I mean, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do, is give it off to you, so you can give it off to your friends. That might be it. How about this? We have our little chit chat, right? Because you obviously came here not to buy something. And then I'll walk it over, make sure it doesn't get broken or anything, alright? We'll see if it helps at all. And if not, I'll just take it back to the shop. So you came in here? What can I do you for? Obviously, if any customers come in, I have to help them. But until that point, I'm all ears.
I think that's all I needed to do. Is I just promised someone I would come and talk to you when I had a chance.
Yeah, well, it's good to keep your promises. It really is. Because you know what they say. If you wanna, if you wanna move forward in life, you gotta stop lying. And one of the biggest lies that people can make is not keeping their promises, saying they'll do something and not doing it at all. Being honest with yourself and others, that's just about as good as this world gets.
Yeah, but always, there's always subtext and context that you don't always understand when you're making an agreement with someone.
That's true. That's true.
So is it really
But you still,
if you yourself weren't sure it was going to actually be possible for a thing to occur?
I feel like at that point, it's not necessarily a lie to other people, but you're lying to yourself. Because I feel like most people do understand the real situation, and they just try hiding it within themselves to give themselves, what do they call it, plausible deniability. So that's the first step. You gotta be truthful to yourself.
So you're supposed to be a therapist, right?
Oh, I like to consider myself a helper of people.
I believe
Right now,
my friend
uh,
wanted me to see you in a therapeutic sort of session.
oh, well,
No
let me
idea.
check my schedule as he pulls out this blank piece of paper. Oh, I think I can fit you in.
I mean, it looks like you're awfully busy.
Very busy. Very, very busy. What can I do you for? Well, what's on the mind, friend?
Well, I say as some random ass tumbleweed goes to the middle of the shop.
Definitely there is. You see, like, you know those spirited away coal spirits? There's like these dark little shadows that are similar to those that are carrying it and moving it along.
Well, I'm not too sure. They kind of wanted me to come here because they found out about my life before I met them. You know, those are things I'm kind of over at this point. But they
No,
don't
so
seem too convinced of that. So I guess they wanted
that
to talk
does.
about that or something.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you decided to come here and that you wanted to be open with me. Or the fact maybe you don't want to be open, but the fact that you're at least trying. That's the first step. Emotional vulnerability is a very hard thing for most people to do.
I mean, I don't really see a reason to be vulnerable.
Yeah, most people don't.
Good, so we're in agreement.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just saying that most people don't. I think it's very good. Let's people get to know the real you. What makes you tick?
Well, what if I don't know
Release
the
some of
real
the
you?
pressure. What did you say?
So, well, what if I don't know the real me?
Well, that's where opening up the pressure valves can help you figure that thing out.
Well, what if I believe, that this stuff is all open?
Then that is your own opinion and you're allowed to have it. But let me let you on a little secret here, okay? Everyone in this world has an opinion. All right? We all have opinions on everything. And you know what opinions are just like butt cracks. Everybody has one and they all stink. All right?
Actually, my friend Luke doesn't have a butt crack, but I get what you're saying.
I very much like to. Oh, Blue, that was the four-armed one, right?
He's a little booger boy.
Oh, booger. Oh, that's not very nice of you, Mr. Arvad.
I'm sorry, I couch fear and things in
We,
movement.
we call that projection.
Very uncomfortable for me right now.
I can tell.
Because I tried to lie and get out of this and say, and I mean, technically it wasn't a lie. And you were like, lies of omission, lying to yourself. And then I felt bad, so I'm just very uncomfortable right now.
Hmm.
Listen, I'm still lying. I'm speaking in the fake accent I made up 10 years ago. I don't know. I just, listen, if you're busy right
Well,
now, I can go away. And I would kind of prefer that. But also, I promised I'd come here. So,
I feel like you saying that you prefer to leave is probably the first truthful thing you've said to me today.
I need alcohol. That's the biggest truth I know.
Hmm.
Do you drink, Thunder?
Just 1 minute as he steps out of the room. Second later, he has this glass, but he hands to you. Here you go.
What's in the glass?
Some liquid. Looks to be clear.
I chug it.
Vodka.
What is it?
It's water.
Damn it!
Hydrate.
A little bit. I'm just like, this makes sense. I'm being punished.
You're not being punished, friend. I was giving you the substance of life.
This looks like water, not whiskey.
Mm. Have you always drank whiskey?
No, I used to drink wine.
What changed?
Not as whiny anymore. I drink wine. Woman I loved, she was brutally murdered and died, so I stopped drinking it because it reminded me of her.
What does whiskey remind you of?
Wine when it was legal for me to buy it. I always used to steal a bottle from my parents' wine cellar, and that was a whole other thing because that was part of the adventure. I just don't drink wine anymore.
That is okay. Why do you drink whiskey?
Oh, because it's easy to make. It's just distilled corn liquor, and I can do that on my ship.
But
Plus,
why do you drink whiskey?
so you have to drink it slowly so that you don't go into the whole alcohol poison coma thing as fast.
Why not drink water?
Because water doesn't want anything.
Drink water, dehydrate. Elder, drink water. Weirdo.
Doesn't numb the pain. In other words, you're lying to yourself. We're working on yourself first. All right. Pain is part of life. The way I see it, everybody has it. All your friends have had pain. I've had pain. My mama had pain. My sister had pain. Your mom. I would love to meet your friend.
I think I'll pass your card.
Here's a new card. As he hands it. You keep on to that one.
Oh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I don't think he did ever find his sister. Just based off of what I know.
Nope, he has not found his sister.
Mm.
And with how time shenanigans might work or might not work. Yeah. Yeah. Just got like half accidentally slapped into the glassway. That's my headcanon anyway. I don't know if that's become actual canon or what. But
You'll have to find out. Ugh. For some reason, I don't think he's
just a
taking a
random
slip.
chapter in the book
I
that
mean-
has nothing to do with the rest of the story. It's just Tunder getting slapped into the Glassway, just for me to canonize it.
It's one of the.
I
It's one
just
of
throw it in
the.
there for no reason.
Oh, it's what do they call them? The little in between chapters. My brain's not focused.
Interludes.
Interstitial?
Yeah, one of the interludes. Yeah.
Yep. It has no connection to the rest of the story at all. Other people
Yep.
are very confused. Only you guys know why it matters.
Because it really matters. That's why.
Of course it does.
I'm not sure storytelling wise if you would even want to illustrate Prometheus as a person. I don't know what the rest of the book is like, but sounds like Prometheus is very distant as a god emperor person.
What do you mean he's distant? He's everywhere.
Oh, I want Days of Blood. I'm so excited for when we get to that.
Also, guys, man, I have to focus really hard whenever we start talking about something that is also addressed in the book to use the right lingo because I have the terminologies are a little different in the book. So I can even remind myself what things are called.
Nice.
Like, wait a minute.
I love how it's like, cool, we're going back to the Glassway. We can finally get some answers. And a bunch of the answers are, oh, past us was terrible to these people.
Our alternate selves were jerks.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
We're like, okay.
now I have a new card to give Krista Ari.
Oh.
She
Aw.
Oh.
Do you take Elder Gods as new clients?
I don't know what an elder god is, but sure.
I don't think that we know that in character, unless
It was out of character as a new
I know. I know it was.
I'm just like making sure. I'm like, huh. I don't
You
think
don't know what you don't know what Arvad knows.
that's true. Maybe Arvad.
I guess.
Hmm.
Arvad could
Wow.
know.
You know, Arvad, I want you to
No.
do. We're gonna do one thing. You look like you've been through a lot. Okay.
We just had a big spaceship battle. It was fun.
Oh, I don't know what a spaceship is, but that does sound fun. Right now, pulls out this little pad of paper and a pen and sets it on the table. I want you to write down one thing that you have been dishonest to yourself about for a very long time.
Do you want me to write down the lie, or do you want me to write down what's probably the truth?
I want you to write down the lie.
I just write, I am unworthy of love.
Oh.
Is that good enough? Can I go? Is that done?
Oh no, that's not done. That's not no.
I was afraid.
Okay,
That's like the opener.
now you're gonna write down 3 reasons why you feel this way.
I don't like this game anymore.
Never was a game.
It's even worse. How many reasons? What?
3. 3 is a good number.
It is a prime number. So 1, 3. Okay, when do I have to have this assignment done?
He's just looking at you, looks down towards the piece of paper, looks back up at you, back down towards the piece of paper, back towards you.
I mean, from what I understand, the Glassway is a place without time, so I mean,
That it is, I think. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I could help you with that.
This thing you're doing right now, it's called avoidance.
yeah. But have you ever thought maybe it's not?
Nope. It's called avoidance.
Cool. Making sure, making sure. I'm just gonna write all people deserve to be loved. Love isn't. Then the second thing will be love isn't something you have to be worthy of. And then 3, I'm just gonna sit there and stare at it for a really long time.
Come on, you aren't Ling. Ling had problem with this.
I'm trying to think of a legit third answer.
He's taking it seriously, okay?
Yes. True. At least he wrote down 2 things. Ling hadn't even started when we got there.
Yeah. Ling had trouble with prioritizing.
At once. The third thing I'll write is just I have already been loved.
Very good, Mr. Arvad. Very good. All right. Now you see that little fireplace over there, and there's just this black flame on a piece of on a log. You gonna go take that in there? You're gonna throw that in there?
And you said it's a black flame?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna look at him and I'll go, is this some sort of weird magic shit that's gonna bind this to my soul or something?
I don't know. This just feels right.
Can I do, I don't know, some sort of check to see if I trust this?
Could do a mysticism check.
Oh, perfect gift. Perfect gift.
I was trying to find a picture of the black flame candle, but this one worked.
This entire place is cursed and spooked and freaked out. You've been told that before. I will say though, roll a will saving throw for me.
Damn it.
Wait.
Arvat
Or Andrew,
versus.
how do you pick between those? I'm confused.
What do you mean?
Between the two swears you just said, it's like,
Oh, technically I
like,
have 3. It's the emphasis.
okay,
It's what
okay.
Vibe.
it entails. What the hell? Why is it not? Oh, everyone ignore me.
Wrong.
I'm clicking that much. I was not hitting F instead of enter.
Sounds good. Now that, like, even as you have written these down on this piece of paper, you do feel this relief. Not maybe it's fully gone, but like this build up of pressure or self-limiting beliefs or whatever you want to call it it's been lightened a little bit.
I immediately distrust the sensation. But it's still there, so I just have to roll with it. You know, Thunder, while I hate this whole talking honestly thing, this was good for me.
I do think so. Oh,
Or that I admitted to it.
patient confidentiality. Don't worry.
But I will try and send someone your way who I think needs to understand they also deserve stuff.
Well, I would be glad to talk with them and maybe give them a hug. Would you like a hug, Mr. Arvad?
Arved is thinking very seriously about the last time he had like a hug that wasn't awkward.
Well, hey, if it's an awkward hug, then he can't tell anybody. Or at least he says he can't. So.
Arved initiates the hug.
Aww.
Who was asked if they wanted a hug.
There's just this.
It's just stiff the whole time, but it's a hug.
It is a hug, and it's more of like this gentle embrace from Thunder. Just this calming, warm wave goes over your body. All right, Mr. Arvad, I'm going to let go. When I let go, you're going to let go. And by that, I mean you're going to throw that paper in the fire, okay? Then you're going to help me get this vase over to your friend's place, all right?
Yeah, as a form of rebellion, Arved, before letting go, throws the paper into the fire.
I like your
Oh,
style,
I'm still
Mr.
gonna do what you
Arvad.
said, but in the wrong order.
But in my own way.
Yes.
I
Because
like
I want to, not because you told me to.
your style. All right. Well, I think that was a good first session between you and I. So what have you learned? What are you going to do when you go out here?
I'm going to hug my friends.
Wow, that's a powerful thing.
It'll be
That's
worth it,
powerful.
because even if it's awkward for me, I guarantee it'll be awkward for him. And he just gets this evil grin on his face. I'm gonna hug some more friends, but I'm not gonna coordinate.
Oh.
I'm just gonna do it. And it's gonna be
But
really
you're-
funny. Because Arved knows in his heart, Flamel deserves the hug. But also, if it comes from Arvad with no warning, she's gonna be like, there's an ulterior motive here. I need to make sure I check for bugs or whatever else afterwards.
Very good, my friend. Very good. Well, he's now just starting to lift up the base of this case. Mind assisting me, please, and thank you.
I help.
Very good. The two of you begin exiting the premise. Thunder turns around before leaving the door. I'll be back, sir. I think I gotta do something. I'll just switch the sign to closed. You haven't seen anyone else in here. As you guys make your way back to the house, Thunder is quiet the entire time. But you do catch him just grinning at you, smiling, shaking his head in approval.
As they're bringing the cursed urn to the house.
Correct him in detail. The entire shop is cursed. Okay.
Everything's cursed.
Bringing the curse home,
Hey,
guys.
Even Thunder is technically cursed, just different
That's
source.
Mm-hmm.
Are we not all cursed in our own ways?
This urn secretly holds the soul of Chronicler's legs. Oh!
I mean, that is not ridiculously unlikely. Based off of the people that we know for sure have had their souls trapped in urns at various points.
Mhm.
I told him not to open it, and he'll never open it.
Thunder forgets and then gives it away.
Oh, it does sound like it predates Thunder being there. It was the owner of the shop or something.
Yeah, but
That's true.
That's fair.
Thunder just forgot. He's not a reliable narrator.
I love Thunder. Thunder's one of my favorites.
I love him, but we shouldn't trust everything he says to be true.
Fire.
He's a good therapist. He's not a good historian.
That's fire.
when we get to the Hour House, this is how I want it to play out. I'm going to ring the doorbell instead of just popping it.
As the doorbell.
How much time has passed? Have some of us already gone in the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you guys have gone on the ship
Can
by
we-
now.
Can we hear the doorbell from the ship?
No.
I'm not.
I'm just in the ship in my.
This is a heavy box, right?
Mm-hmm.
It takes both of us to carry it.
Yes.
Then I still have not read my phone. So good. That's gonna make this even weirder.
As the doorbell, like the second you press it, immediately the door opens and you see Chronicler there. Ah, Master Drusus, what a pleasure to see you here. And you have another friend. I
Helping me bring my gifts. It's to say thank you for welcoming us into your home. And I'm just like, I don't know where you are, but
as you walking in, Thunder ducking down through the door, kind of gets set in the corner. Thunder just patting off his hands. Wow, it smells. Ooh, mushrooms. Are these free for the taking?
Oh,
As he's already
Thunder's saying-
he's reaching down and putting some in the bag.
I just point to
Chronicler?
I don't know, it's his house.
Thunder's turned away as you can tell that he's trying to eat one. Sorry. Puts it back. My apologies.
Thunder, that's so rude. You can't just walk into someone's house and act like it's your own.
Well, I'll be on my way then. Remember what we talked about?
Alright, I'll come back probably.
Very good. Very good. Pleasure to meet you. Chronicler's the name. Ah, alright. Pleasure to meet you, Chronicler. You look familiar. I don't know why. Anyway, goodbye, everybody. As he steps out, the door shuts.
Did Arvad have Thunder remove his fabric shoes?
I didn't think about it. There was too many
Oh well. He's too busy getting therapized.
Alright, Chronicle, thank you. I hope you enjoy the vase. If you don't like it or it doesn't suit your taste, he said you could just bring it back to the shop.
Did he
I,
say that? Okay.
well, thank you for the gift.
It's the least I could do. You let us stay with you guys like twice.
It's your house.
I mean, I don't visit often enough, so it feels more like it's your house, but fair, I guess.
Hmm.
Completely oblivious to everything still.
I
Hasn't
believe
seen
I,
Sloon does amazing text or the translations.
Where is it?
most people have retired to their beds at this point. Everyone seemed to be quite exhausted from whatever adventures you had been on the day before.
Yeah, we had a big battle. I guess that's fair.
Is there anything I can do for you before you retire?
Yes. And I will just go in for an awkward hug. And I'll just go, I'm so sorry if this feels weird. I'm trying to be a better person. And then I'll go, well, alright. And then I'll just leave and go to my room.
And then open up your communicate.
And
Oh
plug
my-
the phone into the charger, but not read it because it's been too long of a night, and whatever those calls were, I'll address them tomorrow.
Fair enough.
I feel like though Flamella's gonna bring you back the updated backup copy of her brain, so she'll be by your room in a minute.
Oh, okay. That's even better.
I feel like tries
Knock, knock.
texting, "Are you back yet?" And then just goes to find you.
Whatever, I'll just leave it in his room if he's not there.
I'm just sitting, like, uncomfortably at the edge of my bed. Just, like, sitting there. The phone is on the charger,
Knock.
but it's very obviously not on. It's just that symbol where the
Knock.
battery is charging on the front, and you're like, oh, it's off.
Knock. Knock. Arvad, are you in there?
What? Yes? Come in.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll open the door if it opens.
I was
Yeah.
assuming it was
Here.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the security things were on those doors.
Arved's in it, and it seems like
Arvin
yeah,
was
Okay,
he's
halfway up, like, because he was gonna awkwardly open the door. He's like, okay, yes, hello.
Just here. I hand you the backup copy of my brain. It's updated.
I go, thanks. I hope I don't have to use this again. Also,
Well, oh.
you're just in Arvad's embrace.
She just stands there very awkwardly as someone who does not really hug people.
Hi, go robot.
Are you okay?
Hi, go robot.
Don't worry.
I,
I'm also
do you
with this.
do you want me to hug you back?
I don't know how this works yet, so you can do whatever you want.
I will like awkwardly try to hug him back, but it's very weird. Okay, great. About not having to use the backup of my brain again though. I was hoping that after we rest, you could help Slunda try again with the whole,
Oh, cool. We're using it almost immediately. I'm still
yeah,
in the middle of this awkward hug conversation.
yeah. I just, I want to get rid of the whole Nicholas being able to my memories into Swiss cheese problem.
That's very, very fair. How about this? And I just like let go and like step back and I go, I don't know how hugs are supposed to work yet. It's been a long time. this is what I was thinking, and I guess it goes along with this. We should see if we can find scrap, make the backups not have to be so, hard drive related. Right? If we can do it wirelessly to where it backs up to a wireless like drive, like an air drive, but that's not connected to any network other than yours. You know what I mean?
The problem is my network contains the problem,
Yes. So we gotta.
which is why the very separate hard drives is the most secure way to make sure that they don't also get erased during incidents.
Very fair.
I don't. The goal is for this not to be a problem forever, but the process of fixing it involves using the backups
Good
because
night,
that's
dear.
I don't know any other way.
I get you. Okay. I'm all in.
Great. And then I just awkwardly leave.
Awkwardly stand there. Well,
I give everybody else their backups back too. It's just way less awkward for everyone else.
that's gonna be awkward for like the next few days, I think. 'Cause we're just trying to figure out like how do I do this? This is a lot harder than alcohol. And the extra 10 years of repressed emotion are not helping. Which is weird. You think they would help?
Huh. I don't know why you'd think that.
Because I don't know how we're
Check on my way out to make sure Chronicler is not in the closet before I go to the ship.
You see him just sweeping around the table that you guys had been sitting at.
All right. Make sure you get some rest, Chronicler.
You too.
Thanks.
Thank you for everything today. I appreciate it.
Well, let us know if there's anything else you need or want.
I will. I will.
Okay. Good night. Or whatever.
Good night, madam.
You don't need to call me that. You can just call me Flamel.
Good night, Adam Flamel.
Nope. That's still not it. just Flamel.
Good night, just Flamel.
We'll get there. Good night.
Improvement.
As you all head off to get some much needed sleep.
I can help you.
Well, I don't know what Bloop decided. Well, because Bloop was just in the engine for a while. I don't know what.
He might go back in.
Sleeping in the
Yeah.
walls of the ship.
He just oozes out of the vent grate in the morning. Ah.
Blip, where are you?
Probably still working on engines.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still in the
He might have accidentally disassembled one wrong. Desperately trying to put it back together right.
Why are there 3 extra?
But his only effort references the right one, and he's working on the left one. And he's freaking out.
He literally has like 3 friends that have engineering ranks he could ask.
Oh, I love it.
Look,
Blip,
if
where-
you ruin this ship, it's okay. There's still the original Arella out there somewhere, and we can just, I don't know, make add-ons to the house. with the ship. That's totally a thing we can do.
I love it. Bloop, roll perception check for me.
That is an 18.
As you were finishing up for the day, you're starting to feel tired. You have your three, you put those 3 screws in a little Ziploc baggie. Make sure they don't get lost. You're putting them in, setting them on a table. You start to get this like tingly feeling throughout your body, and you did it. Roll a perception check for me first. Oh no, you just said that. Sorry, I'm dumb. Ugh. My brain is starting to not function anymore. It's okay. You just barely noticed. Like usually you're really good at picking up on everything, but you barely notice. Sloop is just in the corner staring at you.
Can I see if there is malice in his heart?
What is it?
Roll a sense motive check for me.
Okay.
The malice in his gooey, gooey heart. So perfect.
He hates me.
He hates. Oh!
You're definitely getting this weird vibe from him. He's just looking at you. Tail is not wagging.
And finds a space that he can like go to and then perfectly seal off from the inside, so that not even he can
Okay. As you start pretending that you don't see him, roll a deception check.
I mean, technically, he doesn't have eyes, so he can't really see to begin with.
Anything.
Yeah.
Is that bluff?
Yes, that'd be bluff, yeah.
Bump.
Yeah, that's all. That's an 18.
Okay.
I have a -1 to it, but I got an 18.
You go along your way, start trying to find an area. As you begin moving, you notice that Sloop is crouched down, almost like a wolf stalking its prey, taking step by step, following you.
I search faster.
You begin looking. Are you searching in the ship? Are you searching our house? Where are you searching?
Would I know of anything that is on the inside?
I mean, you probably could in your room in our house. There's.
Yeah, I start walking to my room, like the tired.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really
Exaggerated stretching on.
because I don't
Mm-hmm.
come out, but
Making it to your room as you head up the stairs. You're getting right to your door. You could feel Sloop quietly walking up the stairs. Its head elongates around the corner and just barely looks over as one of its eye stalks peeks around.
yeah, I have one of the things that was a null space grip for my sword.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's like the entirety of my sword is condensed into like a little puck that I can hold in the palm of my hand. And
Mm-hmm.
it manifests the entire thing when I, want it to, so I can just pop a sword in my hand, basically. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just reserving the puck in my hand, ready
Okay.
Oh no, he's gonna kill Sloop. He's paranoid and kills a dog, but that is an alternate universe version of himself.
Roll another perception check for me.
That's a nat 20 for a 27.
You're picking up on these very, very faint vibrations coming from Sloop. Sloop, help me. Help me. Help me. You what? Did you say something? I didn't hear what you said.
I said I work faster.
Okay. As you get in the door, you can feel Sloop slowly walking towards the entrance to your door, curls up on the ground, and you still just feel those vibrations sending you the message. Help. Sloop. Help me. Help me.
Oh.
I go in, I seal it, and it's Sloop and Bloop proof.
Mm-hmm. That is Sloop and Bloop proof.
But he is Sloop, and he's yes. He's spoken to me before.
What, Flamel? Never.
I don't like that sound.
I'm just like,
Never.
every new
Oh, no.
information we get related to anything with our past selves is like,
We were
uh-oh.
monsters.
Like,
What?
Not the one that was sent over. Just all these others. Already terrified.
It's not me, it's a different version of me. I'm better than this. No.
No, she's gonna transfer your conscious to your little mini-me robot, and then you'll be trapped in there.
I'm not. Stop making stuff up.
As the rest of you finish up your nightly routines, going and heading for bed, the camera's going to pan over to one final scene.
Oh dear.
As you watch, you guys see, this isn't your character seeing this, but as Tristari is walking throughout our house, a cup in her hand, still feeling pretty wheezy, heading over to the sink in the kitchen. Begins pouring herself a glass of water and drinking it. And she sets the cup down as she's bent over the sink, just trying to keep her composure. There's this rocking sound, very faint, as she looks over towards the corner. There, this vase, this urn, it's kind of rocking back and forth, just slightly.
Oh.
She looks at it for a moment. Slight grin over her face as she gets a final drink of water, sets the cup down, and heads off to bed. That's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Ah!
Oh dear.
Yes,
Did
you
it-
went to therapy.
Oh dear.
That was the good thing that you did.
Nothing else, just going to there.
Is he though?
What about Sloop though?
Next week,
I'm not even gonna help him.
you guys are gonna learn a little bit more about what you guys, your other selves, were actually like. So get ready for that.
Next week? Or next time we all are here?
I talked with Andrew, and he said
Okay.
he's gonna be gone for a couple of weeks. So, Andrew you were okay, right, Andrew? If we kept, okay. Narved's just gonna take a little nap as we're kind of going through with you guys. So that way.
Oh. Interesting. I'm very scared to learn about other us. I think that we were bad people in the other timeline.
Yeah.
What made you guess that?
I've been worried about that for a while after Umpo like talked about how much blood I took from him in the other timeline. I at that moment was like, oh, I was a mad scientist in the other timeline. That and the bear god I had trapped in my lab. But
Yep.
Timeline Arvad in my mind is the type of guy who would probably like shave in the morning, walk out, slap someone really hard, and then be like, "You just got struck by a smooth criminal." Me as a person, I would.
You've done it.
I know. I know I have. But
I'm like, man, I can definitely see how, at least like with what I know of Arvad and his upbringing and me and my upbringing, I'm like, I can see how there's a version of us with those same upbringings that turned out as bad people. I don't know about the rest of you.
Everything is not as it seems. There was.
Yeah, because, like, wait a minute. Suspicious. I mean, yes, the time change, or, like, the repeated time stuff, but why do we have an extra bloop? Or why did they have an extra bloop and not an extra of anybody else?
And why is he like that?
Yes.
I almost feel like we might have an extra bloop the same way that Flamel has extra hard drives.
Oh, like, like,
backup so that we know what happened. We're gonna have to eat Bloop to figure out what happened to the last of us.
well, we were
It was his own backup.
Mm.
I think that the other, so okay, like in the picture that we saw with Mr. Big that we showed him, was there a bloop and a sloop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
yeah,
Sloop
so the
was
other
left
bloop,
unraged in that picture of the group that Mr. Big had.
yeah,
Unraged is a weird way to put it, but I couldn't think of the right word. His image was
Unscathed.
left. Yes, his image was unscathed.
yeah.
While the rest were.
I have so many concerns.
Sloops
No.
was not Bloops,
Not
but
Bloop.
Sloops was. Sloop has been a-okay, apparently.
That seemed like a good boy who's potentially been experimented on and tormented by scientists unknown.
Well, unknown in the
You're
sense
not-
of, like, not knowing them, but definitely known in, like, knowing who they are.
We only have suspicions. We don't know. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You came to the Glassway looking for answers, and there's only more confusion.
Are you cut out a little bit?
I said you came to the Glassway looking for answers, and there is only more confusion.
Like, we did not expect to come to the Glassway, so there's that.
That's true.
But we did come
Yeah, we
here
didn't come
and
here on purpose.
And when we were here, we expected to find more answers because we were here, you know, while we're in the neighborhood. Might as well get some questions answered.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh,
no.
boys.
Yeah, now it's just like, well, I guess we'll go in the... I am slightly worried about the fact that the greenhouse was like, Rosie's room was there, and then the ship was suddenly there, and they had to like clear out the plants around it. Is my understanding? So I'm like, is Rosie like trapped under the ship or something?
Oh, that would be.
Well, the base has been there longer though, cause
Yeah, time doesn't exist here.
but things still seem to happen in an order.
How trustworthy is the order of things?
My guess is the base holds some form of what's her face? The mother, like the god soul or whatever.
That's fair.
Yeah, you don't have to like necessarily answer this, obviously, but like would it be
As
would
players.
there be a point where we're just like, oh, or is it just gonna be like it's a thing that happened, but the base wasn't relevant?
That's a thing that. Sorry, just making sure I understand. Meaning, like you guys, like in the last campaign, or like
As
this campaign,
players.
like players.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. And what was the first one? Just making sure I understand both. What was it you said first?
One is basically you would recognize the base, or two, you wouldn't recognize the base, like as the object specifically.
Okay, as the object specifically. I'm trying to think. Would you guys recognize the vase?
As players.
I mean, it's been described
I
as a
don't
vase
think-
and as an urn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would have been called a vase the last
A canoptic
the
jar?
times I suspect
Son of a
an open jar. Yeah. Like,
Is it
I
a
think it might be
jar?
one of those.
I
No, I don't think so because he said it's like 3 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The ones we
Do you mind?
what's cracking it?
Are you sure?
Oh, are we about to find out what happened to what's Prometheus's son?
I mean, that's kind of what I suspect, actually. Yeah.
To Caliban?
Yeah, even though we haven't had that.
Well, not necessarily Caliban, but
Caliban was the only son that I know. Prometheus made him prior to
Right. Right.
I mean, would Void and Prometheus have been down to like use the same methods that were used against them to use against the people
Oh,
that?
of course they would
Because-
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and if it's
Yeah,
giant and
that
it's
is
holding
true.
this, then it's this. That it even makes it more solid to me that this might be like God Soul or whatever equivalent in this
Mhm.
situation.
either potentially one of Void and Prometheus's loved ones or one of their enemies that they trapped. Those are my highest.
Well, I wouldn't they want to release their loved ones though, so their souls
They would
aren't.
want to. Well, what if they could?
Oh, but you're saying if it's still out there.
Yeah.
How big would
I-
the ones
because I don't
from
know.
the infamous dinner have been, DM? At the end
I've
of the
got-
campaign.
I've got to go now. So
Hey. No, you don't.
you know, I would say the infamous scene at the end of the campaign. You were sitting in these pretty big chairs, and they like probably not big chairs, but like they probably went about halfway up. You know, so
Technically,
like
I wasn't sitting in a chair. I was. However, disposal happens.
that's true. You know, one could say they were probably anywhere from like 2 feet to 4.5 feet tall.
Okay, so it's so for
The
regular
3
skull,
feet
that's a
tall.
normal size
Yeah.
base. Cool. So yeah,
So let's see. Who do we know died at that thing? Natala, the Nighthawk, Little Ling, Prometheus and
yeah,
Natala's
Little Ling.
children, Hope,
He said that
Timothy, Amanda.
we found out a lot more about our previous selves. So that
Also, yeah.